Hi everyone. Looking a bit rough because I am about to get ready and I'm literally starting from zero, but that is the beauty of Get Ready With Me. You can see me go from this to this. So today I am just going to be going for a simple look. I'm actually just meeting my friend for lunch in a little bit, so I wanted to put a little bit of makeup on. I also wanted to try out the NikkiTutorials and Beauty Bay palette. I've actually gotten this a couple of weeks ago, but I haven't had the chance to try it out because I just haven't been able to sit down and film anything. So I'm going to do that today. What I'm going to do is first prime. I have all my skincare on and sunscreen and everything. So I'm just going to prime with the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Hydrating Primer. I've kind of been staying away from matte primers because I feel like with matte primers, they kind of just make my face feel really dry and maybe even like work in reverse because they're sucking all my oils out. But your face does need natural oils to keep itself hydrated. So if you're sucking oil away and you know your face will overproduce oils to compensate, and then you end up looking more oily. So anyways, what I'm trying to say is I've been using hydrating primers more because I feel like my face has been quite dehydrated, and if I keep it hydrated, it'll be less likely to overproduce oils and less likely to make me look really shiny. For foundation today, I am using the Dior Face and Body foundation in the shade 1W. I'm gonna put this on my face with a spatula because I just don't like getting foundation under like my fingernails and stuff like that. So how's everyone going? I've had quite a busy day yesterday actually. Yesterday I went to a wedding up the coast, which was like a 2-hour drive from my house in the morning. Went to a small wedding that was like a family friend. It was really cute, just like a little quaint wedding that was at the park. I was actually there to fill a seat because my sister was originally the one that RSVP'd to go, but she ended up having to work that day. So I was like, oh, no worries, like I'll go because they've already accounted for her food and stuff. So I was like, oh, I'll go, so because I don't want to waste the bride or the groom's money. And then I was ready to just sit and enjoy the wedding ceremony and, you know, watch a happy bride and groom get married. Well, it turns out because the bride and groom's families are stuck in China, they can't come here due to the travel restrictions by the Australia government. I was the one that was randomly picked out of the crowd to live stream the event for their respective families in China. So I was like running around the wedding ceremony trying to film it with like one of the auntie's phones and trying to live stream it to I think it was Shanghai and Hong Kong. The aunties were even like, oh, just like, could you please narrate a bit of the wedding so that they know what's happening? And I'm like, oh my gosh, I was not prepared for this. So the entire time I did not get to sit down at all during the ceremony, and I was just like running around trying to film. And obviously there was a videographer there as well, so I was trying to get in my shot and then the videographer would just like come and get his shot, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you're blocking the live stream for the family. But yeah, that was an interesting experience. Luckily it was a day wedding because I had to go to my best friend's birthday dinner, which was near my house thankfully, because if I had to travel anymore, I feel like I wouldn't have made it on time because coming back there was a bit of traffic. We went to this really nice place called Siren, which is like a seafood restaurant, and we had lobster, we had oysters, we had Moreton Bay bugs, which were really good. So if anyone is in the city and would like to try it out, would highly recommend. Alright, for concealer, I am going to use my Too Faced Born This Way concealer. I have had this for so long, the Born This Way bit is completely rubbed off. Just really want to finish this concealer so that I can get a new one. The thing I hate about this is that I don't know how much I've used. It looks like it's still a full bottle, and I'm like, oh, when am I finishing you? You know? I just want to try something new. The next concealer I want to try will probably be like the NARS Pot Concealer, because I've heard really good things about that as well. So I want to give that a go. Just gonna pop it all over my eye. Usually I prime my eyes separately with an eye primer, but because I'm just going out for a casual lunch, I'm like, whatever. So that's my base done. Actually, no, that's my foundation done. I'm gonna use the KVD Vegan Beauty Super Brow in the shade Medium Brown next for my brows. Okay, so my brows, I did them on the lighter side just because I didn't want to go too bold. I'm kind of aiming to try and do a natural look, but whenever I try to do a natural look, it ends up being a bit more blown out than I would like it to be. Anyway, so next I'm moving on to bronzer. I am going to start off with the Fenty Cream Bronzer in the shade Butter Biscuit. And I'm just grabbing also the Fenty Beauty brush, the 125 I believe. Yep. And I'm just going to stamp the shade on a little bit around my temple here. And same on this side, so a bit where like my baby hairs is hiding my actual hairline. I want to shade a little bit around there and around the top. What I then like to do is I like to get a fluffier brush, like any brush will do. This is some random ColourPop brush, F1. I think this is a powder brush, but I'm using it for bronzer. And I take my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer, so a powder bronzer this time. Dip it a little bit there, tap off the excess, and I just go over the spots where I laid down the cream bronzer, because I feel like it just brings out the color a little bit more and it helps set the bronzer without having to like dull out the color if I were to go in with a translucent powder. And I just think that this gives a little bit more of like an airbrushed finish, and then I just go around the perimeter of my face at the bottom here as well, hide that double chin. There we go. And then I will finish off with translucent face powder. I actually can't find my usual setting powder, which is the NikkiTutorials Cosmetics translucent powder, which I absolutely love. I've repurchased that I think once or twice already. So I'm just going to use my Australis Fresh and Flawless powder foundation. This one's got a little bit of color to it, so let's see how that goes. I guess this has just given me a little bit more coverage, which I don't mind. Okay, so that's the base done. I'm gonna move on to the eyes, which is the most exciting part. I'm gonna start on the eyes, so scooching a little bit closer. Because I'm just going out for lunch with my friend, I don't wanna use like any of the crazy colors, so I'm just gonna stick with the neutrals, which would be Basic Truth, Mila, and 5 AM, and then maybe chuck a little bit of All In, just for a little bit of extra something. I am going to start off with putting Basic Truth in my crease line. It's a very, very light color, so I feel like this color is a bit too close to my skin tone, so I can't actually see any color payoff, but I feel like this would be a good color to set your eye primer with. That's something you like to do. Okay, so next color I'm gonna go in with will be Mila, which is this color right here. Oh, there we go, there is some color. Oh, this actually blends out really, really nicely. And I only dipped the brush in a little bit and it's giving me really nice color payoff. Just gonna deepen that a little bit more. Ooh. It is starting to get really hot here in Sydney, and when I film I have a ring light right behind this camera. I have the windows closed, otherwise there'll be too much noise coming in from the streets, like cars zooming by. And I have my door closed, my bedroom door closed, because otherwise you'll be able to hear like my family and stuff. So really I am filming in a super closed room and I am sweating balls. I can't really have my fan on either because then it'll create like a weird background noise in the camera, in the video. So what else has been going on in my life? I actually recently started selling some of my clothes on Depop, which is actually super long overdue because I have a bunch of clothes that are just too small for me now and don't fit and have been taking up a lot of space in my wardrobe. And it's been going really well actually. I've managed to sell off a couple pieces and I'm just glad to be decluttering my space because I have a lot of clothes that I just absolutely don't wear or don't fit into, and my overall Depop experience has been quite positive, so I'm very happy to finally have gotten myself bothered enough to start selling my stuff. If anyone is interested, I'll leave like my Depop details here if you want to check out what my wardrobe is, I guess. So I just dipped into 5 AM and tried to darken the outer V a little bit, but I feel like that may have been a mistake. This is definitely not as natural as I intended it to be. So I'm just blending it out with a brush that I use for Mila without any extra product on it. I don't know if I still want to use All In because I feel like that's a bit cool. Maybe Aura or Roxy Catan. Okay, I'm gonna swatch Roxy Catan and see what it looks like on my... Oh my, that is really nice. Okay, I'm gonna also swatch Aura. That's really pretty too. Okay, and All In. Oh my gosh, All In is really nice too. Okay, I actually thought All In from the pan was going to be a bit more silvery, but it's got a really nice shift to it that kind of looks green and then pink and then like goldish. It's just such a multi-dimensional color, and so I think I'm going to use that on my eyes. I'm just going to take a finger, All In. That's honestly just a little swipe, and I'm going to put it on the inner half. Woo! Inner half of my eye. I'm just lightly patting it on. Holy moly. This looks so nice. And definitely not as natural as I said I was gonna go, but whatever. Okay, now I'm gonna finish off my eye with the bottom half. I prefer a heavier under eye shadow because I feel like then it just gives my eye a bit more like depth. Okay, so that's the eyes. I'm also gonna put mascara on. I was gonna put eyeliner on too, but I feel like the eyeshadow is already a lot, so I'm just gonna put mascara on. For mascara, I am using the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara in the Luscious formula. So it just fans out my lashes really nicely and gives them like a really nice volume. This mascara actually holds really well, so my lashes stay defined the whole day. Okay, and I'm just gonna put a little bit of blush on just to balance out the look. I am taking the blush called Meiji Blush from the Tarte and Aspyn Ovard palette. I love the packaging, it's so pretty. So I'm taking this blush right here called Meiji Blush and just lightly sweeping it from the back here and bringing it about here. So I want to keep the center of my face highlighted. And for highlight, I'm just gonna take the highlighter from her palette as well, called Pure Soul. This one is more of a natural highlighter. So I'm just gonna sweep this on top. I'm gonna put the blush. definitely just gives you more of a glow than like a blinding highlight. And I feel like because I've kind of gone really extra with my eyes today, I'm just gonna keep the rest of my face pretty neutral. Hey, so I've just gone and changed because I always change and then put lipstick on because I don't want to get lipstick over my clothes. And I put my hair up in a ponytail. I'll show you my outfit. I'll show you my dress that I'm wearing now. It's from COS and it's got like a cute asymmetrical ruffle detail, and so it's like a t-shirt dress. It's been really comfortable to wear in the summer now that it's getting hotter because it's very breathable, very roomy, very comfy. But anyways, to finish off my look, I am going to be using the So Juicy Plumping Gloss from Colourpop in the shade Beechwood. These remind me so much of like the old school 2000s like kitty lip glosses that we used to get. I'm gonna put this on and it's like a neutral brown color, and here's the finished look. Ooh, oh shit. And here's the finished look. Thanks for watching. I am off to see my friend for lunch now. I think I'm gonna be late, but that's who I am as a person. They've accepted it now, so I am going to head off and I will see you in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and click that bell notification button. Okay, now I'm gonna go. Bye!